Alright, we are back. We picked up exactly where we left off last episode, and we're actually still kind of regenerating some health and mana. I took like a 2-minute break or so just to chill, let my mana regen. Panda Cub apparently decided to take a snooze. Look at that little guy. Panda Cub's always the best companion. We need to kill more wolves because we're working on the Silver Heart quest. This is the Linken questline that we started 4 episodes ago in Ungoro or so, maybe 5 episodes, I don't even remember now. Trinkets on cooldown, whoops. I want to go back this way because there's more wolves up in this direction, I think, so I'd rather kind of backtrack to the north. And we need 3 more claws, and the wolves seem to be reasonable for dropping them, so I'm just going to keep working on those guys. We have picked up quite a few of these corrupted soul shards. And the tainted vitriol, so we can turn those in when we go back to the south down here and get some things to cleanse songflowers, night dragon's breaths, etc. So that'd be kind of cool. There's some interesting news that I haven't talked about yet. If you remember back, this was probably 15 episodes ago. It would have been in, let's see, when was this? Today's October 18th. Oh, you know what, I want to do this, actually. Let's get all my totems up. Okay, let's pull this guy to start. It was probably 6 weeks ago, so that might have only been about 10 episodes back. I've been a little slow recently because of what I'm about to say. So, there's an episode where one day I stepped away for, you can see it cuts, and I briefly said something like, sorry about that, I got some good news. Something like that. I just told some good news. That day, that good news was my wife telling me that she was pregnant. And so this was 6 weeks ago now. And the long story short is that my wife and I don't have any kids yet. We decided, we've been talking about having kids for years, on and off, and we've been married for 6 years, and we've been together for 10 years. And we were we always talked about it, but we never firmly decided. I think she, from the get-go, was she knew she eventually wanted kids. I wasn't as sure if I wanted kids. We got another silvery claw, by the way. I wasn't as sure if I ever wanted kids. And then, over time, as our relationship kind of developed and our careers developed and all these things, a lot of factors came into play. She shifted, didn't really shift, but she at times wasn't even as sure if she wanted kids anymore, I think. Not even that she wasn't sure, but wasn't sure that we were ready for kids, I should say. And so she wanted them, wasn't sure we were ready. And then I wasn't sure I wanted them or that we were ready. Eventually I was yes, I also want kids, and she was okay, I also want kids, but we both weren't sure if we were ready. Still no silvery claws in those guys. I bet they don't drop them. I bet they don't. Once this red disappears, I'm gonna bandage up. And then she got to a point in the last maybe 2 years that she was okay, I think I'm about ready. And I was kind of getting there too. I was yeah, I think I'm about ready also. We're in our early 30s, so we're not super young, but we're not at a point where we're way too old to consider having kids. And another wolf. Let's switch to this trinket for this next. Oh, a couple wolves. Good, a bunch of them. I'm just gonna drop a bunch of totems here, and then pull this guy first. So, long story short, we finally in June or so, we're all right. June of 2020, we're all right. Let's start trying to have kids. We were ready to give it a go, and it literally was. We had read that it can take up to a year for someone to get pregnant, even if everything is completely normal and healthy. Even if you have a good sperm count, even if you don't have like an aggressive uterus or whatever you want to talk about, like all these things, like all these factors, even if you have no other health complications, it can still take a year for someone to get pregnant, right? And that'd be completely normal. I just shrunk myself for the first time the last 2 episodes. And so we're like, all right, so if we start in June, like we might not get pregnant for like a year. It might be 2021, you know? Inventory is officially full. I gotta drop some of these large bare bones. So, as it turns out, we got pregnant very quickly. She was pregnant in July. Like we started in June, and by July she was pregnant. Is that right? Yeah, that was right. It was towards the end of July. And so now we found out when she was like 4 weeks pregnant or so, if not even sooner than that. 10 of 11 silvery claws. Cool. And we found out that day. She came in and told me, we talked for a few minutes, and then I was like, all right, give me like 15 minutes, finish up what I'm doing here, and then we're gonna spend like the rest of the day talking about it and like making plans and all that. So I actually recorded I had the video recording, but I was like off camera, like, kind of in like the doorway, and I actually recorded our conversation because I had my microphone running still. So I have a record of that, and I frankly like didn't believe her was part of the thing. That's why like I didn't immediately just stop and go and like hang and like celebrate, because she was testing really early, because we had like there's like test strips, right? And our pregnancy tests, and you can buy those like fancy ones, like the plastic handle and all this, and they're like almost like $4 or $5 each. But she went to test a lot. Oh, we're done with silvery claws. So while I talk about my story, I'm going to run down to Emerald Sanctuary with the intent of turning in all 3 of these quests. That's cool. But you can also buy, for people that don't know this, you can buy like bulk testing strips that are just like really tiny little, they look like pH strips. Have you ever done a pH test? They're really tiny little tests. They're pretty basic, but they function essentially the same way, and they're pretty much just as accurate. And because you get like 500 of them or 100 of them she bought for like $5 or something, super cheap. It was like 5 cents per test or something, as opposed to like $5 per test. And we thought if it takes like a year, and if it takes like a year to get pregnant, and she wants to test like rapidly, she was like really excited to like, you know, keep testing, then she might go through 10 to 15 tests a month. And at, you know, $5 a piece, we're talking like $50 a month just on pregnancy test strips. And like we could afford it, but it just seemed excessive. So let me see if this Whipperoo tuber's up. So about these cheap ones, and she was using them like just basically all the time. It's not available yet. But because she's using them so frequently, that the first day, she's getting like a lot of negatives. And then the first day that she came and told me she thought she was pregnant, the test strip, like I really could not see anything. I was like, maybe there's something on there, but like the line was really, really faint. And the line will be bolder the further you are in to the first like few months of pregnancy. Hold on a sec. This Mace the Face said, assumed you were a bot. He just literally said, I waved to him, he said, assumed you were a bot, and smiley face. I was like, bro, like, I've PvP'd with you before. He doesn't remember me, I'm so sad. He said lots of bots in Felwood this hour. What guild is this guy in? Dawnbreaker? Yeah, no. Didn't the Pandago give it away? Not a lot of collector edition bots. Seriously, like. Anyway, that's funny. So, okay, so it was so faint, and she was taking every day, and the strip will be brighter the more of the I forget what chemical it tests for. The more of the chemical you have in your system, the more of the hormone you have in your system. And so early on, it might not show up or might be extremely faint. And we've actually, it's like over, hanging up on the wall over here, just off camera. There's like a cork board right here, and it's like here on the cork board, like just off camera. It's been there for like a month or two. She has like all the test strips in a row, and you can see how it's like you can't see it, and then by the end it's like extremely obvious. In fact, the very next day it was obvious, like to me, like I agreed with her very clearly that this strip, that the line was there. So it's kind of crazy. We were like, whoa. So yeah, so she was pregnant, and now she's still pregnant. And on Monday, this last week, about a week ago now, she had her first doctor's visit and sonogram, and the baby looks good. Just one baby, not 2 or 3, 4 or 5 or whatever. One baby looked very healthy. Heartbeat looked good. Doctors found the baby immediately. Baby's like 3 inches tall, basically, right now. Real quick, we're over here at Maybes. I'm going to turn in the solve via hunting, which we actually get experience for the first time, and solve via mining, we also get experience. And I'm just going to turn in the rest of these, because I've got extra, and I'd rather just turn them in. Because we get these Cenarian plant solves, which are really useful for cleansing those like songflowers or different things around the zone. So I usually pick them up when I see them. Unlike my druid, I have like literally 100 of these, so I just stopped collecting them altogether. But once I kind of burn through them a bit more, I might collect more. But it's fast. Like I usually just come over here and farm like some of the Jade Nar mobs up here, and usually get some like rune cloth or whatever, and then at the same time get a bunch of those what are they called, corrupted soul shards, and it's all pretty easy. Anyway, let's quickly turn in some quests here, and then I'll continue my story. So let's start with this one. Forces of Jadenar, 5,000 experience. Sure. Take the empty canteen of the Moonwell in the center of Jadenar and fill it before returning to Greta Mosshof. We might do that. I don't know. Verifying the corruption, 7,000 experience. Ooh. Is that the end of the quest, really? Huh, I thought there was a continuation of that quest line. Okay, cool. And the Silver Heart. Cool. Did we? Take the Book of Aquar, the Silvery Claws, and the Iron Tree Heart to Tanaris. Use the Book of Aquar to summon Aquamentus. Okay. I don't know, so it's all in this little bag here. Kind of nice. I don't know if I want to do that right now. I think I might. Where do I turn this quest in then? I guess we turn that in. Okay. I wonder if I want to go do the Jadenar quest real quick, because it's a pretty easy quest. I wonder if I just want to do this. Where's the canteen? Because this will take me like 5 or 6 minutes to basically just run up here, turn it in, to complete it, and run back here. I might just go do that quest. It's pretty fast. It's an easy one. I don't know if I'll do the follow-up to it, but let's at least do that part. Sure. So anyway, the sonogram went well. Doctor took my wife's vitals, and everything was good. So no health concerns for my wife, no health concerns for the baby, and my wife is closing in on 11 weeks now. So it's a little early still, just still in the first trimester, but she's had really no serious health complications. She's had a lot of nausea, so starting around like the 5th week, it's pretty early, 5.5 weeks, she had started to get slightly nauseated, and then by like 6.5 weeks, it was like pretty severe nausea, like an 8 to 10 out of 10. She's feeling pretty rough. She had to take a little bit of time off work, like not like a week straight, but there was a few days where she just couldn't work. She was so sick. She hasn't been throwing up a lot, like only a few times, but it's like extreme nausea where it's like it was hard for her to want to eat, but then she was eating because she knew she needed to, and then when she did eat, it kind of helped with the nausea a little bit. But it was just a really rough few weeks. It was really about 5 weeks. It wasn't until probably So 4 weeks, 4.5. About week 5.5 is when she started feeling pretty nauseous. By week 10 or so about a week ago, she started getting more relief from it a little bit. And although it was not by any means 100% better, definitely is on, like, it seems pretty clear she's on like an upswing now, where there are fewer really bad days than there were. Still a lot of bad days, but not nearly as many, which is helpful. Like, just not being as bad goes a long way. I'm trying to sneak over here, by the way, because I don't really feel like killing all these mobs. I'm kind of just sneaking through as much as I can. Let's rebuff while I'm doing this. And what I'm trying to do is get over to a moonwell that's back here that we saw earlier, but like last episode, I guess it was. But we didn't do anything with because there's really no point. For the most part, we can sneak past these guys pretty well. But we are kind of being risky here because if we pull one, we may pull a lot of them, and that could be bad. I'm going to pull this guy back to us if we can. Just keep interrupting the spells and just finish the mob off. I use a rank 1 Earth Shock if I have to again. Okay, there we go. Easy. So I got to kind of clear a path across here, I think. And I might be able to thread this needle. Oh yeah, that mob move was wonderful timing. And there's the moonwell over there. So I'm still kind of sneaking up. And so I don't have a lot to say in terms of like the pregnancy, besides my wife's feeling nauseated, it's feeling a little better now. Or at least, let's say not better, but less bad. Like, I don't want to say she's feeling good, just not as bad. Ooh, Whipper tuber, is it up? Is it up? Yes, it's cleansed. Perfect. These are great. I love these things. Look at that. 6 of these, 700, 900 health. Wonderful. Alright, I'm psyched about that. And then I can still continue to sneak. Oh, there's a thorium vein over here. Yeah. Let's get that. I wasn't even paying attention to that on the mini-map up there. This is the moonwell I think I need. Failed attempt. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, we're really excited. So we don't have a preference if our kid is a boy or a girl. I think I prefer a boy, but that's like pretty like minimal in terms of preference. I'll be excited. I'm excited either way. Things will look different around here on the YouTube channel a little bit, and frankly, I will say that's one reason why the last month or two I've been a little bit slower. Because my wife's been pretty sick, and I've been doing like she hasn't gone to the store to get groceries. Usually we go together, or we'll even split it a bit. But I've gone every time we've needed groceries for the past like 2 months, because basically we're trying to minimize her trips outside of the home. Especially I put her in a situation where she would be like really uncomfortable if she got like sick. Like we might go outside for a walk like around our neighborhood, but then like we're near our home. But if we go to the grocery store and like it takes a while to get in and out, like anything like that can really complicate things. We're taking the moonwell sample now, by the way. Done. That quest is complete. We'll go turn it in. Let's get our carrot. And I'm just going to run out and hope I don't get dazed. Ooh. It's a little scary. Oh, that's really scary. Stone Cloud Totem. Superhero right there. Save me. And then I will drop an Earthbind Totem if I need to. Just throw that down now. So I'm probably going to get chased by a few mobs there. And that'll be enough to slow them, I think. Okay. All clear. We're still in combat, but we're safe now for sure. I'm going to give myself a quick heal. They're still chasing me, but that's okay. Just a little top myself off. And then once we get out of range here, still chasing me, wow. Still chasing me, okay. There we go. That took a while, but so I've been getting all the groceries, and she's been able to do a few chores around the house, but not a lot. And like I said, she's feeling better. She's been doing more, but she's been working full time still. Besides taking some days off when she was feeling extremely sick. So mostly the focus has been on her just basically eating, drinking, sleeping, and working, which has been, the work has been her big like toll on her energy. She's also been a little bit more tired, not wildly so. There's a few days where she was really exhausted, but mostly it's been the nausea. So I've been feeling pretty good about it, but I've also been busy with work on top of this because I had like a presentation this last week. We had a big project that was due, like not like due, but we needed to collect a bunch of data for a grant. Like there was a few big things we had to get done that were really like making work really busy for me too, on top of doing a lot more like chores and stuff around here. So I was getting like pretty close to my capacity of what I could functionally do, just in terms of time. Like I was just getting busy. And I was trying to also take a little bit of time for myself. Like I was trying to still like make food for myself that was separate from the food my wife would eat, because she wasn't able to eat what I was able to eat, and I didn't necessarily want to eat what she was eating. I've been trying to take a little bit of time to play some video games with friends, like just online, not like in person because of the Rona and all that good stuff. But, so I've been trying to keep like some, like self-care going on. But it was just, it's a lot. It's actually convenient, by the way. We've got one more of these mining solve turn-ins and one more hunting solve turn-ins. And the hunting solve used up everything from there, so that was great. I might just hearth to Orgrimmar and fly to Winterspring, frankly. I feel a little bit lazy. I don't feel like running back up to like Felwood to fly out of here. So all that was going on, which slowed down my YouTube videos, which is probably extremely reasonable to most people that are watching this. But yeah, it definitely slowed down my YouTube videos this last 2 months. At this point, I've got like 6 or 5 recorded that I haven't uploaded as of right now. By the time this video goes up, that means all those have already been uploaded. But let's turn in the collection of the corrupted water. It's 4,000 experience. Oh, take it to someone in the Barrens. Okay, that's cool. Sure, let's hearth out of here then. Yeah, why not? That makes perfect sense. I might just go to Ratchet now. Anyway, so yeah, that's the big news for us. Which is, I don't know if it's Halloween time, I guess, here in Classic WoW. I don't know if I sound as excited as I am, because like I've had 2 months to kind of already process this. I'm gonna clean up my bags while we're here. But it's really exciting for us. It all happened very quickly, as I mentioned, which was sort of surprising in a lot of ways. Not that we had any reason to believe there'd be any like infertility issues with us, but you never know. You can't, nothing's guaranteed. Linen cloth. I think I got that from our dead buddy over here, actually, so I'm just gonna vendor that. I want to bob for some apples. I think this is the first holiday it's like looped around in Classic WoW. Because I think we had this holiday last year, and now it's back, which is pretty exciting. Oh, hey, Gammon's up. Got him. Hey there. I forget what you do on this holiday. I know you bob for apples. What are the bobbing apples I should give you? You gain stamina and spirit. How much stamina and spirit do you gain? Stamina and spirit increased by 25% of level. So my level is, let's say if it was 40, I'd gain 10 stamina. Is that right? So you gain like 15 stamina at level 60. So what stamina do I have? Plus 118. So it was 14. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's cool. Well, we get some free food. I thought there was also like some wands and things here, but I don't see any. Oh, here there is. Halloween treats. That's one person we're looking for here.
I haven't got all day.
What candy do you have for sale? And then what else do I want to talk about?
Not seek death.
What is there to do on Hollow's End? Each of the innkeepers throughout the world are handing out trick-or-treat goodies, and many of the towns are decorated for the season. And Undercity has a Wickerman festival. Oh, what was the last part? Orphanage? Ah, yeah, okay. So let me talk to the innkeeper, maybe? That's the barkeep.
Loktar.
I always miss it. There's the innkeeper. I always run by the innkeeper. Trick or treat. Ooh. You have been tricked or treated. I am a ninja. Neat. Okay, my bags are loaded with random stuff. What do I want to do? Let me hit up the or the bank here. So I think I can put all of these things here for now. And then I think the Angoro crystals I don't need right now either. Let's dump those there. And then let's mail off a few things here to my bank. Banks. Let's do this. I just want to clear out a few different things here. I'll smelt all this stuff later. I don't feel like it right now. Deadstone, mithril, sure. And then the last thing, I think, the Angoro soil. I don't think we really need it for anything right now, so I'm just going to send that off too. This is a quest item. This is food. Oh, blood petal sprouts. You know what? I'm not going to ever use those again. Ever, ever. I'm just going to get rid of those. And the last thing I need to do, before I forget, can I take more of these apples? I don't know if it'll let me because I think it's in sets of 5, but let me see if I can grab these. Okay, so you can get that. And then I want to hit up the
strength and
barkeep over
What are you
here
looking
and
for?
do this. I want to buy 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh yeah, and vendor off the red wolf meat.
Victory.
That's much better. Okay, I feel much more prepared. Now I can't. Oh, I can mount while I'm on this unit. I can mount. Okay. I didn't know if I could mount while doing this. Neat. I love this Halloweeny season. It's one of the best. It's one of my favorite holidays in Classic WoW. I want to like get this position so that I can. I need Panda Cub to like. There we go. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, let's go like this. Perfect. Okay, good. So now let's go to Barrens. I'm gonna do that follow-up quest for that. I wasn't planning to do this, but seeking spiritual aid. Let's just go down there, flight a ratchet, and we'll work on that quest.
What can I help you with? Go.
So yeah, so my wife is doing a little better, and I'm through my presentation that I did just this last week. It was Wednesday, and I've finished the data we need to collect for a grant application, which is a big thing we're working on. So like I feel like inner peace, like I can take a breather for a bit, and also going through my wife's had her sonogram, like I said last week. So and that came out really well. So that was the other thing. It was kind of on my mind. It's like, well, what happens if like the baby's heartbeat isn't there? You know, like I mean, I know what happens, but like that would be sad. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would be difficult. It's tough too because my wife had already suffered through so much nausea for like a month and a half. To have to know that was for nothing on top of just the loss itself would be tough. But yeah, okay, so we are expecting our first kid. That kid will be here in May of 2021. Between now and then, we're, you know, now that we know the sonogram went well, we are working on, you know, we're looking at like strollers, we're looking at cribs, like all these things that we know that are necessities we're starting with. We figure clothing and toys and all that stuff, we'll get some of that as gifts, and frankly, how many toys do kids really need? They'll get more in their life than they probably really need. So we're not like, you know, it's not like our priority for things we're looking at. What we're gonna do is this room, which is like a guest room for us. Like this closet back here, is mostly my closet. I have some computer stuff in there, like extra parts, but mostly it's my clothing. Like it's mostly just clothing, and then we have like some storage for like a little bit of Christmas decorations, like seasonal decorations, a few things like that. And then we have like this guest bed over here, and then more storage on the shelf. basically, and then you can't see it, but like this desk here is my computer, obviously, and then over there is my wife's desk with her computer, where she works from home now. We're gonna basically empty out everything in this room except for the bed. Leave that here, that should be fine. And we're gonna put like a crib over here, a little like dresser, wardrobe, changing table type of thing. We're probably gonna find, we haven't found anything yet, over here, and make this kind of the baby room, basically. We're gonna like make it super baby safe. Even that bed, I think we're gonna have to figure out if it's baby safe or not. And the baby's like small enough that they're stuck in a crib, it's perfectly fine. When the baby is bigger, is there a risk with that bed? We're not sure yet. We have to think about all the little details. But we're in Ratchet, by the way, and we're running south to what's her name? Islin, which I think we came to our island. I don't know, maybe her name is Island. Island Waters here, like Island, yeah. I think we went to Island for a water quest totem like 10 months ago. I don't know, it's been a while. Anyway, so let's go talk to her. But yes, this room is going to be different, and then what that means is this computer is going to be moved out of here. So sometime in the next 6 months, probably the next 3 months, I'm guessing, we'll start relocating stuff, and I will be positioning in a different area of our home. So it might look a little bit different, but I'll figure out something that still works well, because I really enjoy doing this. And how much will I do when our kid's here? Frankly, I still plan to do this because this is like a hobby, and I make a little bit of money from it, which is nice. The amount of money I make is not life-changing in the sense of like, if I don't do it, can we sustain our lifestyle? And the answer is like, yes. Like, I could drop this completely and still our lifestyle would be sustainable. So it's not about the money, but I actually do it. I've said this many times. I think it's frankly therapeutic for me to just have some time to kind of talk to myself every day. Not every day, but a few days a week. And I find when I go periods of time without doing it, I miss it a lot. And my wife understands that this is actually kind of important to me in terms of like almost my self-care. And so we'll make sure there's still space somewhere in our home where I can set up well and do this. This room's nice because it's kind of the opposite end of their home, where my wife sleeps usually in a little bit longer than I do. If I'm over here, she won't hear me talking. But if I move it to the other side of our home, it might be near our bedroom, and I'm worried that I'll like disrupt my wife. So I don't know exactly how we're going to set up yet. But this is also the most soundproof room, unfortunately, so it might be a little bit more street noise anywhere else, but we'll see. But I'm going to figure out something that'll work. So the summary is, although things will change in my life, my YouTube videos will not end. And there's definitely be periods of time, like I'm sure fresh after the kid being born, where I'm going to have to take some breaks here and there. But frankly, I might even include some videos of like me with my kid. Like, it might be fun to just like kind of share my kid with people a bit. We'll see. We're at Island. We're going to do Seeking Spiritual Aid quest. You need the water from this moon well cleansed. Yes, I do. Alright, Island is going to cleanse some water for us. Let's see this happen. Did she summon something? I feel like there's something like pops up here. Maybe? I'm going to buff up just in case. And I beg of you a favor. You have heard Soupa's pleas, and I trust his intent is noble. Please will you aid us? Ooh, look at that guy. Thank you, Great Spirit. Okay. I don't know what the thing said. It spoke in Kalimag? Is that what that is? The manifestation of water. Okay. Thank you. I think she has a follow-up here. Yep. Cleanse water returns to Felwood. Take the purified moonwell water to Greta, Mosshook, and Felwood. Huh. This is a long quest line. I really don't know if I want to do this right now, like I said, but like I was saying earlier, but maybe. We will eventually do it, I think. Like, I think there's a good argument for it. Do I want to do the Tanaris quest now? I mean, now that we're down here. So I wasn't gonna do this follow-up just yet. This Aquamentus. But now I wonder... No, I'm not gonna do it now. I don't think... let me see if I... Is anyone near Ungoro and willing to help me with the Blaze Runner quest in about 10 minutes? Let's see if I have someone available. If I do, I might do it now. I don't think I can solo it, and I think I need some help. No big deal either way. If someone can help... Okay, I'm running to do the Tanaris part first. Then I fly to Ungoro and should be on the last step. I'll grab you in about 10 minutes. Alright, well, if we're going to have someone help me, which is super appreciated. Let's see. Yeah, it's quite helpful. So, I'm just thinking about this. Yeah, let's do this. So I can go do the Tanaris quest solo, should be fine.
Talk to me.
I wasn't sure we were going to do the Linken quest today. I wasn't planning to. Like I said, I was planning to go to Winterspring. We're so close to 57. Oh man, I don't think we're going to get it today because I'm flying around, but we're very, very close. But we're going to go down to Tanaris, do this quest where we summon Aquamentus, and when we summon him, we don't have to even kill him, I think. I think you just like loot something, but like we'll get that quest done, and then we'll run back to Gadgetzan, fly to oh, we need the ultra safe teleporter, which would get us to, I think the ultra safe teleporter would take us to Gadgetzan, actually. I think it's what it takes you to. Is that right? I think the Goblin one takes you to Winterspring, and the Gnomish one takes you to Gadgetzan. Sometime soon we need to go train the rest of our Gnomish skills from the Booty Bay Gnome Engineer Master. I think we have time today, about 20 minutes. Should be enough time to get the Aquamentus quest done, go to Ungoro, and complete this quest line with the help of our friend Vrakta. That'd be very cool. Yeah, so that's exciting. The reward is actually really nice. Not for this quest, but for the last one. I almost wonder... At some point I need to get to Kargath and work on some of these quests. Let's fly to Gadgetzan now. Sorry, you're gonna be a bit ahead of me. I can send you some ice caps, ice dream foil for your time, by the way. I've got a bunch of ice cap and dream foil banked. I don't use a lot of ice cap, because I don't use a lot of major mana potions as a druid, as a bear druid when I raid. But ooh, 20 mana pots a weekend. Stocking up for next. What am I sitting on? I'm sitting on around 300x. Plague Bloom, Dream Foil, what else I have? Silver Sage, etc. Each for melee pots. Yeah, so we're talking about Nax preparation here. Naxxramas we think comes out possibly in December, which feels a little early, but not crazy early. Like I said, I'd really like to get this guy to 60 before Nax releases. I worry that the game's going to dry up a little bit around that. Like, once Phase 6 launches and people clear it a few times, I worry that we'll end up with a lot of people leaving the game, and it might quiet down. It might be hard to get Molten Core groups and Nixia groups, etc. But I don't know. I frankly, I'm on a pretty big server. Grobulus is a relatively high population, and so even if it consolidates and a lot of guilds kind of disband or kind of reform as like coalitions or whatever, which I've already got a couple guilds doing that, I think my guild will still be... We're pretty decent size. Like, we've got 2 full raid teams that raid AQ40 and full clear it. So with that in mind, like, I don't know, we run Molten Core once a week with, like, not everyone needs it anymore, so the 2 teams kind of join. Whoever wants to do it can do it. But I guess what I'm saying is I think there'll be enough people around that this guy can still get into Molten Core runs. I mean, like I said, my guild alone runs it every Monday. So that alone, if I get in there on a Monday night, it'd be pretty fun to scoop up some loot on that guy. I'd be pretty psyched about that. I'd love to be, like, enhancement spec'd, I guess, still in Molten Core, but frankly I think we probably need more Resto Shamans. I don't know if I want to respec though as, like, Resto, because I still have things I want to do with this guy kind of solo, and it would kind of hurt to be like if I get to 60 and I move this guy to Resto spec, I guess it's fine because I can, like, do 5-mans and raids and stuff, but there's still, like, individual quests I might want to go do with him for fun, or do some, like, battlegrounds, and Resto is not my most favorite for that purpose, but I don't know. I'm very conflicted, obviously. And also respecing means I have to completely reskill up 200 axes and maces. So if I do respec, I want to make very certain that I'm satisfied with that decision before I do it. Okay. In Gadget, running down to do Aquamentis now. So I think, let me double check this. Document. Oh, it's Aquamentis, actually, like this. Lost Rigger Cove. Look for a Circle of Stones, yep. So if I remember right, Lost Rigger Cove is like over here? Yeah. It hasn't been that long since I've done it, but it's been long enough that I am like, I was gonna overshoot it. I almost came down here, but I need to come like through here. And like a little tunnel system that you kind of, like a little cave that you kind of run through. Then you go actually through all of the pirates, like all the way south past them all. And then there's a little, like, circle rock formation with, like, a little tail of rocks. And in the center of that, we will open this. I like how this bag is actually empty now and it still stays in your inventory. That's really funny. And then these things will stay in your inventory, but you don't need them. Once you use the quest and complete it, you can, like, throw it all away. So, but yeah, this is where the entrance is. I think it's, like, right, not here, but it's, like, here, I think. So we're just gonna run through this. Oh man, I'll tell you what though, I'm so excited about having a kid. I don't care, like I said, if the kid's a boy or a girl. I plan to do a lot of fun things with this kid, and like I love the idea of having oh no, it's soloable. I think you can complete the quest without even killing the mob, to be honest. Oh, hey, what's this? Get out of here. 44 mage. He blinked like as soon as I turned, and he's like, uh-oh. Might as well buff up a little bit. So, you know, like, I like the idea of our kid asking a lot of questions. I hope our kid will be very inquisitive. There's a solid chest over there. Do I want that? I mean, there's no one here. I might as well take it. I bet that mage just cleared it and took everything good out of here. Yeah. 1 dash hours. Those badges are tough. Okay, sorry. So let's keep going down here. Yeah, so I'm really excited to teach our kid things. Is Craig here? Craig. Craig is here. Okay, we're gonna get Craig. Craig is a rare spawn that's up here, pirate, as you could probably tell. I think we might have killed Craig once before. Like on this guy, I think we might have done it. Oh, I get experience for these mobs even. I didn't think they were gonna be high enough level. Alright, let's finish this guy off. Let's see what... Oh, let's kill this guy too. I want to clear this up. I'm detouring myself a bit here, but it wouldn't be bad to do it. Found a rare spawn. Let's kill that guy with this. Volatile realm, those are nice. Okay, I'm just gonna run in here and just blow this guy up. The pathing's kind of weird up here. I remember it always being really glitchy. It's kind of funny. I think my buddy's about here too. That's kind of fun. Let's see what we get. I don't know if he drops anything rare. Nah, doesn't look like it. Alright, now let's keep moving. So, but I'm really excited to teach our kid things. This is what I keep trying to say. And I hope our kid asks a lot of questions, because I'd love to like explain things and teach lessons and just like answer questions for our kid. Oh hey, look, it's my buddy.
Well met.
Vrockda is a super helpful person in our guild. He's actually an officer, I think. I always mix this up. Here's a little stone formation that I'm talking about. Little rocks, little tail to it. Yeah, not too bad. Alright, let's check this out. I think we just click one of these, summon Aqua Mentis, and then he should start popping up soon here. Oh, there he is. 54, yeah, I could take this guy. I could take this guy, for sure. Let's make us big. I like it. That is Frost Shock. That was silly. How do I complete this quest? Oh, that's it. Okay. I created it just by doing that. That's fun. Halloween is back, which is one of my favorite holidays in the game. I got the slow mount. Sad. I should have, like... Oh, I could have sworn you could jump over this. There we go. Got it. when the non-epic mount makes a jump that you can't make with the epic mount, that's kind of funny. The wands let you turn people into leper gnomes or pirates and things. It's really great. I love the Halloween wands. I had a few of them. I save every year, but I like burned through them sometime in the spring. I think I was looking at them. I was like, I don't know why I keep these. They're taking up a bunch of space. But this time I might keep some on this character after I'm done here. Might be kind of fun. So, besides like teaching our kids stuff, one of the things I'm really looking forward to also is, let me make sure I got this term in right. JD Coley, okay. This sounds super, maybe arrogant or a little stupid, but, you know, like little kids, like toddlers, not even toddlers, like babies, they don't understand what you're reading to them for the most part, in my opinion, but reading to a kid in general has been shown to be really good for the kid in all sorts of ways. It doesn't really matter what you read, is my understanding. And I've always had this idea that I think is really fun. But my wife's like, this is so dumb. Again, she's like supportive, but thinks it's kind of silly too. I've always wanted to take all of the papers that I've published. Like I've published about, I think up to 23 peer-reviewed papers that I've published through my research over the years. And I've always wanted to take all of those. And they're in PDF format. I probably won't modify the formats at all because I just frankly don't want to mess with it. But take all of those pages and take them to a book binding company and send them a file and make like a little, maybe like a title sheet or something, like a index and appendix, all that stuff. Add a few things for fun and maybe a little dedication to the kid. And then when they're born, have it printed out as like a solid, just one big hardbound book. It'll probably cost like, I mean, it's literally going to be like how big is it? A PDF format, it's pretty efficient the way the journals put things together, but it frankly might be like a 500-page book, 500-600 pages, I think, because each of those articles is between 20 to 30 pages. And I've got about, let's say 20 for easy math. So that right there is 400 pages low end, but it could be as much as like 600 pages, I guess. But it just gets like a giant book printed out of all the papers I've ever published, all the research I've ever done that's been published, and literally just make it into like story time for my kid. I just think that sounds so much fun for some reason. Just like my like reading to like my 2-week-old baby from like just science stuff that I've done. Like I don't know why. That is very entertaining to me. I don't know. But I also understand that once a kid's like even like 3 to 6 months old, I think they're more than capable of like appreciating pictures of like color books. Like if like it's like a little kid's book, like a llama drawn in, or a cat or a dog, like they'll appreciate the colors, and so I can understand that. So I'm not gonna like indoctrinate my kids on my research, but just, I don't know, it's like one of those things that I think is kind of fun. Is how many people are published authors that have kids? I mean, obviously there's a lot of authors, and a lot of them have kids, but most people, I would say, the vast majority of people are not published authors. And all their minds, like, I think most people would think of like, oh, I'm a writer, I'm an author. Like, usually think of like fiction or something. But mine's straight up just like science. So it's a little bit different, but I think it's a fun idea. And then I was a giant book, because like my dissertation, when I did my PhD, my dissertation was probably about 180 pages, I think. And it really represented about 4 publications. I probably had about 3 to 4. Well, let's see what this is. Probably, yeah, I think there were 4. You know what? There would have been my intro, 5 papers. There were probably 5 papers that were eventually published from my dissertation work that went into that dissertation. They weren't, like, I think only 2 of them had been published at the time. I probably only published 2 at the time. A third one was just getting published around the time my dissertation was completed. And then the 4th one, I think it was a small paper we published probably about 6 to 12 months after my dissertation was completed. And the last paper took like 2 years after my dissertation was done for me to grind that out. There's like so many rewrites we had to do that reviewers were like pretty critical of some things, but we did manage to get it published eventually. So I got all 5 chapters of my thesis published, which is nice. But yeah, this will be much bigger than that. Anyway, we're at JD Kali. We're going to turn in the Aquamentus quest. Blaze Runner, you say? Yes, I'm aware that a strong elemental resides in the charred center of the crater. We all just keep our distance. Okay. 5,500 experience. Linken's Adventure. Now we gotta go to Mr. Linken. We're so close to leveling. Again, we're not probably doing it this episode, but soon. While we're going over to Linken, I want to thank all my Patreon supporters, and as always, special shout out to Nikolai S., Luke D, and yes, Chris S. I always am flipping the S's and the D's in the end of their name. I don't know why. I've said their names dozens of times, especially Chris and Luke, and I still, in my head, I'm always like, it's Luke S and Chris D, but it's like, no, it's Chris S and Luke D. And somehow Nikolai S, like another S, is like really throwing me off even more now. So, but no, I really appreciate the support, so thank you to everyone.
Honored, I'm sure.
All right, Lincoln. Did JD help you at all? Yep. Okay, travel to Fireplume Ridge south of Marshall's Refuge. Find Blaze Runner. Yep.
Alright, then.
Okay, got it. Yes. We will dispel Blaze Runner's aura. And this is a unique offhand item, so I should do this, and then like this. Should be a little bit easier. Oh wow, like I actually aggroed my 60 friend instead of the 56 of me, because I thought I was close enough, but I guess not. Oh, nice. Blindweed. Good stuff. I've used my dagger a lot recently, but... Well, I was trying to pull the aggro off so he could finish looting. I guess Vrock does a she, actually. I always refer to Vrock as he, but not actually technically correct. So we'll get this done, we'll turn it in. I think the turn in is... back at Lincoln? Yeah. The rewards are pretty cool. So we get a boomerang, first of all. Fun trinket. We'll probably actually use this a bit. Because it's kind of just a fun thing. More blindweed here. And then the Spirit of Aquamentus is a really, really nice trinket. It's one of the best like spell damage healing trinkets you can get. So that's really cool. And then this sword we won't take because we can't use it anyway. So we'll choose the offhand. And that'll go to our healer set probably, for sure. I mean, for sure. Which is wonderful. So yeah, we'll get a nice upgrade for a heal set, which we'll use if we go to Molten Core on this guy, or Nixie or whatever. And then I guess we'll turn this in. We'll probably call it a day at that point. I'll probably hearth back to Orgrimmar, and I think we will head to Winterspring after this, like next episode. I think we're finally going to get up to Winterspring, although I'm kind of considering doing Spirits of Southwind, but I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe we'll do some Silithus quests. Like, why not? I haven't really leveled in Silithus much because it wasn't available on my Druid. When I was leveling 60, there was like no quests there yet. So maybe that would be kind of fun. Might do that. I got this stupid Life Force Dirk that is really not that great, but it's nice because I can use an offhand. Like I can combine it with this. Let's just do a shrink ray maybe, and then buff up. Okay, this should be a pretty easy fight. It's an elite, but like I think I could solo it. Frankly, I'm not totally sure on that, but I think I could. Target 9 line of sight. All right, he's already got all the good totems out, so I'm just gonna let that play out. Nice and easy. Let's get a little screenshot there. Let's dispel that aura again. Yeah, this is really easy with some help. So much better. I didn't even bother with the totems because, like I said, it would overlap on totems anyway, I think. Dead. And then I gotta loot this thing in here, I think. Where is it at? There it is. It's like way back here. The ornate chest. Look at that little thing. It's kind of cool. And then let's grab this. Got it. And now I can equip this again. Put that there. Done. That was so easy. Thank you so much. And do I have my carrot on? Let's put the carrot on. Yeah, that was really nice. Gotta get this guy attuned for MC/Ani soon. Hoping to join the Monday night MCs maybe next week. Could go in around level 58, I think. Yeah, I think 58's okay. I think if you're much... oh, I aggroed that mob, didn't I? If you're much lower than 58, you pull a lot of trash in Molten Core, and I don't want to make them have to clear more trash because of me. Assuming there's space. But yeah, so it'd be really nice to get this guy. We were at 57. We'll hit 57 next episode easily. And then, maybe. Not sure I have time today, but I'll definitely get some help at some point. Yeah, Molten Core attunement's pretty easy. You just do like a lava run if you need to. You can like skip most of the instance, frankly, which is kind of nice. So I may end up doing that at some point. But yes, very, very soon I will be running this guy to get Molten Core attuned. That'd be the big one. There's way more loot in Molten Core than Onyxia, and it's easier, frankly. Onyxia attunement's pretty complicated, but Molten Core is pretty quick. So I'd love to get that done pretty soon. Yeah, and I can get that done before 58. And I don't know why 58's in my mind, but it seems like a good kind of rough, almost 60 level to go into Molten Core. Let's talk to Linken
Hi,
here.
how are you?
It's dangerous to go alone. Alright, thank you, Soupa. The Golden Flame will now be returned back to my homeland, where it may be protected, never again to be used for evil. This is kind of the, Golden Flame is sort of the Triforce-ish thing here, right? Without you, it's not really Triforce, but it's a triangle. Without you, I'd still have no idea who I am. Since you did so much for me, I'd like you to have something special. Take any one you want. I'm gonna get the Spirit and his Boomerang.
Very good.
And 7,300 experience, which is a ton. Like, seriously, that's a ton of experience. Let's get our Shrink Ray out. And then I think I can just dump the supplies. Yeah, I can get rid of that. I guess they did get rid of the claws, right? I don't see them here anymore. The Book of Awkward. I don't really feel like summoning this guy again. Although I might keep that book for, like, just old-timey sake. It's kind of fun. And let's go to Silithus. Gonna head to Cenarian Hold, then log out, I think. Thanks for your help. Yeah, I think Cenarian Hold's good. We'll get some rested experience, kind of make sure that's topped off a bit more. And I think... yeah, I really am considering doing Spirits of Southwind. It's an easy enough quest. The mobs are a little tough, but we should be able to do them. And we'll ding pretty quick anyway. We kill a few mobs. And we can grab a few other quests in Cenarian Hold. And I play early enough in the day that usually Silithus isn't as busy. And frankly, these days, it's not nearly as busy as it used to be. Just because a lot of people already cleared AQ40, AQ20. There's not as many groups running AQ20 especially. So it's a little bit quieter. And most people have done a lot of their questing they need to do out here. So it's just not as hectic anymore. And I'll be 57 in like... literally, what do I need? 4,000 experience. What is it? 183,000, 188,000. So we're about 5,000 experience away. Yeah, it's not bad. 5,000 rested experience away. We're getting like 200 to 600 per kill probably from these mobs. So I would bet we kill about 7 mobs and we ding. Oh, no, that's not right. It's not right. I factored in rested experience twice there. I bet we kill like 15 mobs and would ding pretty easily, if not fewer, but probably about 15. But while I'm here, let's talk to the reagent vendor here, and we'll sell off a couple of these things that I don't really care about. We picked up some of that kind of random stuff there. I might hold on to them. Let's get rid of that. It's all trash. It's trash. It's fine. Okay. And then the other thing I want to do is what quests are available to me here. What is this?
Great to meet
The
you.
Twilight Mystery. 8 Twilight Tablet Fragments. That's in the northeast. Or north, that's up here, northwest. That's an easy quest. This guy is silver. We can't take that quest yet. Let's check up here. I'm going to click off his lightning shield. The guards are really aggressive here. So if you like, I think if you do like thorns damage or lightning shield damage, they'll still kind of wreck you. Even if someone else engaged you first. So try and avoid having that up. I might be wrong on that, but I always just make sure I don't have thorns up on my druid. Probably should avoid lightning shield on this guy. I think there's a quest up here, but I could be wrong. So there might be,
Peace be with you.
but I'm not ready for it yet, at least. That's a pretty far drop. Okay, so we got at least 2 quests we can do out here now, and I think there's at least one in the inn here. There should be at least one. There's one. Unless we're not high enough level for the ones I'm thinking of. Death Clasp. This is a tough one to solo. Probably need help, but we might be able to do that. And securing the supply lines. Dredge Strikers. That's an easy quest. We should do that for sure. What do I want to send out from mail? I've got more potions I picked up here. I don't really need those. Let's get rid of this volatile rum. Cloth. Okay, and I guess there's one quest up there. Okay, good. Let's grab that. So we have actually some pretty reasonable quests we can do here, I think. I'm glad I decided to take a peek.
How you doing?
Stonelash Scorpion Stingers and Skitterer Fangs. Okay,
Careful out there.
so this one, this one's very easy. The Dredge Strikers, we just kill 15 worms. We're going to ding while we do it. That's a good one to do. Twilight Mystery is also very easy. We just go up here and loot some of these things. Pretty simple. It'll open up a few more quests for us. Securing Deadly Desert Venom opens up a follow-up, I think. It's killing like 16 to 30 mobs to loot these things, not too bad. And Spirits of Southwind kills 16 mobs. They're kind of beefy mobs, but by the time we hit 57, it should be pretty easy. Look at that cute little gnome there. Look at him. Look at his little hat. He's so cute. Okay. We're getting rest experience. We're all pretty set here. Let's rebuff my weapon. Sure, why not? Yeah, we're just going to level in Silithus. I was thinking of Winterspring, but now, yeah, Silithus. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.